All right, so you're diving into the world of body contouring. You've probably been on YouTube for hours, seen all the free guides, and now you're at a crossroads. It all boils down to one huge question. Is all this free stuff enough to get started, or do you actually need to pay for professional training? Let's get into it and break down the real difference.
You know, asking this question is actually really smart. You want to make sure you're not just throwing money away. But here's the catch. This exact question is the thing that keeps so many people stuck. You end up in this endless loop of watching videos, but never, ever feel ready to take that first paying client.
So, first things first, let's be clear. All those free videos you've been watching, they absolutely have a purpose. It's just probably not the one you think it is.
Free content is amazing for dipping your toes in the water. It's perfect for getting the lay of the land, right? You can learn what body contouring even is, pick up some of the basic lingo, and get inspired by seeing what the treatments look like. It helps you decide, hey, is this industry really for me? Think of it as your orientation day, not the actual degree program.
But here's the pivot. The moment you decide you're serious about this, relying only on free content creates a massive problem. It leaves you with these dangerous gaps in your knowledge that can get you into real trouble.
And the problem isn't that the free info is wrong. A lot of it is great. The real issue is that it's completely fragmented. It's like someone dumped a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle on your table, but threw away the box with the picture on it. You're left to figure out how it all fits together, and that's a huge gamble.
And what are those missing pieces? Well, they're the absolute pillars of being a professional. Things like knowing who you should never treat, how to properly get informed consent, and how to document everything to protect yourself and your client. This stuff isn't optional. It's what prevents harm and keeps you out of serious legal hot water.
So here's the simplest way to think about it. Free content gives you awareness. It opens your eyes to what's possible, the amazing results, the business you could build. But paid training, that gives you readiness. It teaches you what's required to actually do the job safely and professionally.
And all of this leads to something we see all the time. It's what we call the confidence gap. It's that feeling of knowing so much, but still feeling completely not ready to charge someone for your services. Sound familiar at all?
Does this hit home? You get the theory, you know how the machine works, you've seen it done 100 times, but there's that nagging voice in your head that just says, I'm so scared I'm going to mess up. You're afraid of making a mistake, or hurting someone, or just looking like you don't know what you're doing.
Now listen, if that's you, I need you to hear this loud and clear. That feeling is not a motivation problem. You are not lazy. It is a direct result of a training structure problem. It's a totally normal reaction to learning in a scattered, piecemeal way.
See, real confidence isn't built on a pile of random knowledge fragments you collected online. Confidence is built from having a system, a complete, repeatable process for everything, from the first phone call with a client to their final follow-up. That's the game changer, a solid system versus a bunch of scattered facts.
So, what does a professional system actually look like in practice? A good paid training program isn't about getting a fancy certificate to hang on the wall. It's about giving you a complete, step-by-step system that completely removes that uncertainty and builds a rock-solid professional foundation.
First up, contraindication screening. This is, without a doubt, the most important part. It's the non-negotiable safety process that tells you who is not a safe candidate for a treatment. I'm serious. Most of the horror stories in this industry happen because this step was completely skipped.
Next up, treatment protocols. A free video might show you a technique, like how to move the handpiece, but training teaches you a system. A protocol is the whole plan, how to structure sessions, how often they should be, and how you're going to track progress. It's what lets you deliver consistent professional results every single time.
And then, there's the paperwork. Informed consent and proper documentation. I know it sounds boring, but this is the legal and professional framework that protects you and protects your client. This right here is one of the biggest things that separates the pros from the hobbyists.
So you really have to start thinking about this differently. Paying for proper training isn't a cost. It's risk management. It's an investment you make to prevent a far, far more expensive mistake down the line.
Okay, so you see the gap. You understand why you need a real system. So what do you do now? What's the actual path to go from just learning things randomly online to confidently earning money with clients? Remember that feeling of being almost ready, that hesitation? I want you to start seeing that as a good thing. That's not a weakness. It's a signal. It's your gut telling you, okay, I've learned enough to be interested. Now it's time to get trained so I can be competent.
So here's the smart path forward. Step 1. Use free content to explore, for sure. Step 2. The second you decide you're serious, you have to stop the random video binging. Step 3. Choose one comprehensive, structured training provider. Step 4. Commit to their entire program from start to finish. And Step 5. You finally start taking clients with real, unshakable confidence.
So, just remember this one thing. Knowledge builds interest, but structure builds careers. All that information you've gathered so far is great. It's your foundation. Now it's time to build a real career on top of it.